Hey, my name is Kim. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a week of dinners to share with you. Now, as I'm filming this while I'm in the middle of filming my week of dinners, so I don't know if it's going to be a full week, like 7 days, or whether it's just going to be the 5 weeknights. I only plan meals for the 5 weeknights, and then Saturday, Sundays, we often cook, but we don't plan, and we just kind of like fly by the seat of our pants. And sometimes we just go super casual with our dinners on those nights. So again, I'm not sure whether you'll be seeing 5 meals or 7, but if it interests you to see a week of dinners for a family of 6, please keep watching. So on Monday, I made stuffed peppers / sloppy joes, and I did do 2 pounds of meat for this because I wanted a bit of leftovers for lunch the next day. I use tomato sauce in mine, and I added a few different spices, so garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, a little bit of mustard, Worcestershire sauce, salt, a little bit of sugar mixed with molasses to make brown sugar, and that's it. So I just added in a little bit of that. I just eyeball it, sorry I don't have measurements, and let it simmer until it was thickened. Here are the stuffed peppers, and then the kids, like I said, just had theirs in buns, but I didn't take a video of it, and they had a couple chips on the side as well. So here's their lunch for tomorrow. I put mayo on the bun to try and do like a barrier against the meat so it doesn't get too soggy. And I also just put meat on it, and I strained off any sauce. So here's my 6-year-old's lunch. It's got the sloppy joe, veggie straws, grapes, and a granola bar. And then it's the same for my 3-year-old. There we go. All right, so tonight I'm making a stir fry with chow mein. I was gonna make it with chicken, but I realized we were out, so I'm doing it with pork instead. Here's the chow mein that we use. I get it just from Dollar Tree. I'm gonna boil that up in here, and then I'll toss it with a little bit of sesame oil and regular oil. I've got a homemade teriyaki sauce going. So it's just flour, oil, and a little bit of sesame oil thickened. And then I added soy sauce, water, garlic, ginger, brown sugar, and a bit of salt. I'm gonna let that thicken. I'm gonna stir fry some frozen broccoli, possibly a couple other veggies, and the pork. And then I'll throw it all together. So there's everything all ready, and I did end up just doing broccoli because I didn't feel like cutting up other veggies, but that was totally fine. It's sort of a beef and broccoli kind of vibe. There's the chow mein noodles, and there's the teriyaki sauce. Here's how I plated it up for my 2 little guys. This was my daughter's here, and this one was mine. So it's not dinner time. It's only 11:30, but I just finished making 2 loaves of sourdough. I love how working from home, I can, incorporate this into my day pretty easily. So I've got 2 loaves. One will be for toast and sandwiches this week. And this one I think I might do up as garlic bread. I don't know if I'm gonna do the whole loaf or not, but I think I'll do some garlic bread. We did that for a dinner this week that we went to. I brought garlic bread, and I did 3 sourdough loaves, sliced them in half lengthwise, buttered garlic, herbs on them, and I just put them in the oven just until the butter was melted. And because the crust is pretty chewy already, it was perfect. It was the best garlic bread I've had, I think. Pretty little leaf design there. So I think, because we're having pasta tonight, I'll do some sourdough garlic bread with that, and maybe a salad too. So I'll show you the pasta when we make that, or when I make that. All right, so I'm gonna make a balsamic dressing for our salad tonight. We're doing a pretty creamy pasta. We're doing the baked TikTok feta tomato pasta, and we also have the garlic bread, of course, and so I just wanted the dressing to be a little more light rather than doing the usual Caesar or ranch. So we'll see what the kids think of that. I found this balsamic dressing recipe online, and it looked pretty good. I don't usually follow recipes for things. I do for baking, not really for cooking. But because it's not something I make all the time, I thought I'd try a recipe and see how I like it. Then I can tweak it how I want it. So this recipe called for honey, balsamic vinegar, oil, which I still need to grab, garlic. It called for Dijon, but I just have regular mustard, and salt and pepper. It also called for fresh garlic, which I don't have. And it called for olive oil, but I just have canola oil. So I'm using what I have, and I'm gonna mix up this dressing here. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. All right, so there it is all mixed up, and I'm going to add it. We're gonna pour it into this leftover jar. This was like a hot sauce jar or something. I'm gonna add that in there. All right, so there it is. Just giving that a good shake, and I'll stick that in the fridge till dinner. All right, I'm getting going on dinner. I've got my feta. I'm using about half of this. I've got some of these little tomatoes because they were on sale. And then I've got some of these. I don't think I'm gonna use all of these, maybe half. I'm just gonna cut them up, mix it all together, add some oil and some seasonings, and then bake that in the oven for about 40 minutes. Feta is normally super expensive. It's like $2.50 or $3 per 100 grams, but if you get this big container, it's like $1.50 per 100 grams. So that's what I do. And I just plan to use the other half for something else. I'll be making a whipped feta dip for something I'm going to this weekend. And there we go, that's ready to go in. And this is half of the cheese that was in that container. So here's the inside of that sourdough I made. It kind of looks like a bunny, it's so cute. Love all the holes. So I'm gonna cut this in half and get it ready for garlic bread. All right, I'm just boiling up a box of pasta. There's 375 grams in these packages. I always get the whole grain pasta. I feel like it keeps us full longer, and it's just, you know, got more nutrients in it. So I'm gonna boil that, and one package is like the perfect amount for us. So there's no like having a huge thing and figuring out how to store it. We just, one is a meal. All right, so there's the sauce. I'm just gonna mash that up. Noodles are still cooking, and there's the garlic bread. I just put it in there until the butter was melted, and I'm just gonna cut that up. No. Oh yeah. Okay, don't put your toys in there, please. No. Very hot.
Ow, 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 ow.
Ow, ow, ow. It's very hot. No, no toys in the food. Gunnar. So, no, there's the finished sauce. All right, and there's everything. I'm not doing a salad after all because that just feels like a lot of work right now. And there's so many tomatoes in this, I think it's fine. So that's dinner for tonight. So I'm also making a dessert tonight. I'm just gonna make some cake mix cookies. So we've made these before, and you just add all the ingredients except the water. And some recipes say to add a little extra flour. I might try that to see how it goes so that they're a less flat cookie. And I'm also gonna do some white chocolate chunks. I always get these bars because it's cheaper than buying white chocolate chips, and I just chop it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and make those, and I'll show you what they look like when they're done. Yeah, Walmart has a price on their cake mix of buy 3 for $5, and normally it's like $2.50 a piece or something. So I always get 3, but I usually end up with an extra because I don't need that many. So this is left from Easter. I got a carrot cake mix and cream cheese icing for Easter, and then I just got this to get this deal, and I threw it in my pantry, so now we're using it up. No, we can't have any right now. You already had some. All right, so tonight I'm making these cheesy barbecue beef bowls. I'll put in a picture that I saw on the HelloFresh app. So I'm browning up some beef. This is just canola oil. I just put it into a different bottle to make it easier to pour. And it called for barbecue spice, so I'm just doing some chipotle, garlic. I'm doing some onion powder too. I just need to grab it. Salt and pepper. And once you've browned it and seasoned it, you add in a few tablespoons of barbecue sauce. And then these are the toppings. So I don't have the corn out, but it's corn, lettuce, tomato, green onion, and it called for cheddar. I realized we're out. This is Havarti. I'm sure it'll be fine. And I've got some homemade ranch dressing. And I have my brown rice cooking in here. And I will show you what they look like when they're assembled. But it just looks like a nice, easy dinner with ingredients we already have that everyone will likely eat at least a part of. All right, my rice is done. There's the beef, all the toppings, and our sauce. So tonight's Friday, and we always do like fun dinners on Friday. I have a bunch of different things that I rotate through. So it'll be like pizza, burgers and fries, chicken strips and fries, nachos, homemade Subway. And this week I'm doing homemade McChickens. That's like my favorite thing to get at McDonald's. I love McChickens. It's my little guilty pleasure. And so I decided to get the Great Value breaded chicken patties, crispy chicken patties, and do my own homemade McChickens. I've done this a couple times before. Super cheap also. You can get a box of 15 chicken patties for $9 or something, and I'm using half of them, so super easy. And I can do it again and use the other half. Super cheap meal. We're gonna have some fries with that, and I might cut up veggies, but I don't know. I might just cut up apples with some fruit dip or something. I'm gonna get lettuce cut up. Might make a spicy mayo too as an option, and that'll be dinner tonight. I've been making some videos for TikTok. I've been doing sort of a informal series called $10 dinners, and I share some of the meals that I make and my price breakdown. I've got to say, I hate making content for TikTok compared to YouTube, because you get like no views, or like you're stuck at a couple hundred views, or you get lots of views and there are so many mean comments. Like, I am honestly so tired of people being like, 1 pound of meat isn't enough for a family, or, oh, your family must have only little kids. My teenagers would eat the entire amount you made for one meal. Like, I know my kids are going to eat more when they're teenagers, and they get plenty of protein. Most people eat too much protein. And people arguing about the cost of things in my videos, like saying, oh, well, a block of cheese is $8. There's no way you got it for 2. And I'm like, okay, but I didn't use an entire block of cheese. I used like this much. Like, that kind of thing, it drives me absolutely crazy. But there are also lots of nice comments. Yeah, anyways, I far prefer the community at YouTube, or at YouTube, on YouTube. It's like nothing but nice comments. The very odd, rude one, but seriously, very, very odd. So many YouTube. So my YouTube subscribers are so nice, and I just love making content for YouTube in comparison. So thank you for being here. All right, so I've got my buns still thawing. We've got fries about to go in the oven. There's my chicken patties. I'm gonna get those into the air fryer, and then I'll get my lettuce chopped up. All right, so there is everything all ready. I had 8 buns, but my toddler got into one. So that is the remains, if it'll focus. Yeah, right there. So we've got 7 chicken patties, 7 chicken burgers. Oh, man, that worked out actually. Fries, lettuce, regular mayo, spicy mayo. I like pepper on mine, and just ketchup for some of the kids. And I don't know if I'm gonna cut up apples. I might. Might say that lettuce is enough of a vegetable tonight. But yeah, that's dinner. Here is the finished product. So yummy. So here's our Saturday dinner. I just made these lettuce wraps. Here's the lettuce all prepped for that. So I used the smaller pieces for the little guys and bigger pieces for us. I have some crushed peanuts. I added some rice noodles to this just to bulk it up, because I just had 1 pound of ground chicken to use up for this. And this was with a teriyaki sauce. Sunday was a super busy day, so we just grabbed this frozen pizza. It wasn't the best, but it also wasn't the worst. It did the job. And that's our dinners for this week. Thanks so much for watching.